And a happy independence anniversary to Nigeria and Nigerians. As we reflect on the ties that bind the nation together, we will take the views of Nigeria and her friends on the 65th step to progress, peace and prosperity. We're in different centers across the country and specific locations around the world with latest events of global and local significance. Tonight, Nigeria at 65. Citizens identify key milestones in the nation's journey, give pointers on the desired destination of state. We've turned the corner. President Tinubu assures the nation that the worst is over and the best is yet to come.
Our tax to GDP ratio has risen to 13.5% from less than 10%. The ratio is expected to increase further when new tax law takes effect in January.
On labor issues, Ferguson suspends strike as the federal government steps in to broker peace between Oil and Gas Union and Dangote Group. And after years of insurgency attacks, Mogunu in Borno State is enjoying a new lease of life.
We are getting plenty security in that side. Even our business is going well, alhamdulillah, we thank God.
Also tonight, we'll look at efforts to ensure domestic competence in the manufacturing sector. Benny Adams is our guide on business, while Badia Delay will be happy to report that Nigeria's top striker, Victor Osimhen, returns to the UEFA Championship League with a crucial goal last night. There will be more action in that competition tonight. It's a loaded package. And as we say on this shift, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. I'm Yan Ray John. This is News Extra. Welcome. Let's set sail tonight as Nigeria clocks 65th year of independence. President Bola Tinubu is assuring Nigerians that his administration will continue to channel resources into socio-economic sectors to improve quality of education, healthcare, infrastructural development, while ensuring availability of goods of Nigerians. This is another assurance coming from the president as he addressed Nigerians on the occasion of the 65th independence anniversary of the country. State House correspondent Musbal Danwahab has all the details.
65 years after the largest black nation in the world got independence, it's another moment to appraise the journey of self-determination.
Fellow Nigerians,
And the leader of today pays tribute to his forebearers, those who fought for the home rule and those who had before him upheld the enduring unity and ensuring the progress and development of the country. President Bola Tinubu traces the trajectory under successive administration since independence with due acknowledgement of steady growth. And irrespective of a deficit in social and economic sectors, as well as infrastructural development, the president says his administration is standing up to the task of resetting the country for sustainable growth.
Our administration has redirected the economy towards a more inclusive path, channeling money to fund education, healthcare, national security, agriculture, and political economic infrastructure, such as roads, power, broadband, and social investment programs. These initiatives will generally improve Nigerians' quality of life.
Now, less than 3 years of his administration, the president reports the growth of the GDP by 4.23% in 2025 second quarter. Inflation's fall to 20.12%, the lowest in 3 years, along with efforts to boost agricultural production and ensure food security.
We have attained a record-breaking increase in non-oil revenue, achieving 2025 target by August, with over 20 trillion naira. In September 2025 alone, we raised 3.65 trillion. That is 411% higher than the amount raised in May year 2023. We have restored physical health. Our debt service to revenue ratio has been significantly reduced from 97% to below 50%.
He also highlights others of the 12 remarkable economic milestones of his government, to include stronger foreign reserve, tax to GDP ratio, trade surplus, improvements in oil production, social investment program, naira stabilization, recovery in coal mining, and expansion of transport infrastructure across the country.
The 284-kilometer Kano-Katsina-Maradi standard gauge rail project and the Kaduna-Kano rail line are nearing completion. Work is progressing well on Legacy Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway and Sokoto-Badagry Highway. The Federal Executive Council recently approved $3 billion to complete the Eastern Railway project.
In his message to the youth, the President updates Nigerians on various programs and policies, which include the Student Loan Scheme, consumer credits, and the Investments in Digital and Creative Enterprises (IDICE) program, all to expand the opportunities for young people and secure the future of a country.
You must continue to dream big, innovate, and conquer more territories in your various fields of science, technology, sport, and art and creative sector. Our administration, through policies and we continue to give you wings to fly sky high.
President Tinubu commends efforts of the security agencies and assures improvements in securing the lives and properties of Nigerians. Musbah and Wahab, Nta News.
Meanwhile, Nigeria's 65 years of independence have been defined by efforts to overcome deep-rooted economic challenges, from oil dependency to recurring issues of inflation and fiscal deficits. These have tested the nation's resolve. Yet, under President Bola Tinubu's bold reforms, Nigeria is confronting these challenges head-on to emerge stronger in 2025. Nta Newtrok reports on the impact of these reforms on the Nigeria's economic growth, as highlighted in the President's Independence Anniversary speech.
I'm pleased to report that we have finally...
In his Independence Anniversary speech, President Bola Tinubu painted a positive picture of Nigeria's economic future, citing significant gains in revenue, infrastructure development, and social investment. According to the President, Nigeria has recorded a significant increase in non-oil revenue, which is a major milestone in the country's efforts to diversify its economy.
In September 2025 alone, we raised 3.65 trillion. That is 411% higher than the amount raised in May year 2023.
On the monetary front, President Tinubu noted a stronger foreign reserve and an improved tax to GDP ratio, reflecting economic stability. He also pointed to an increased export drive, which has helped strengthen the Naira and create more jobs for Nigerians.
Our external reserves increased to 42.03 billion this September, the highest since 2019. Our tax to GDP ratio has risen to 13.5% from less than 10%. The ratio is expected to increase further when new tax law takes effect in January.
In the oil sector, oil production has risen to 1.6 million barrels per day, with domestic refining boosting local capacity. The president also revealed that his administration has so far disbursed 330 billion naira to 8 million poor households across the country under the Social Investment Program.
The second quarter 2025 gross domestic product grew by 4.23%. That's Nigeria's fastest pace in 4 years and outpaced the 3.4% projected by the International Monetary Fund. Inflation declined to 20.12% in August 2025, the lowest level in 3 years.
Other achievements highlighted include increased coal mining activities and massive expansion of transport infrastructure covering rail, road, air, and sea roads. President Tinubu also announced that Nigeria's sovereign credit rating has improved following a boom in the oil stock market. And in a major development, he noted that the Central Bank of Nigeria has slashed interest rates for the first time in 5 years, a move expected to ease borrowing and stimulate economic activities. The president expressed optimism about Nigeria's economic trajectory and called on citizens to remain patient and supportive of ongoing reforms. In Abuja, Nta Newtrok, Nta News.
Many thanks, Unik. As Nigeria celebrates its independence today, joining us now is the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris. Many thanks for joining us, sir, and happy independence.
Happy to be here and happy independence to all Nigerians.
Fantastic. Nigeria 65 today. We're grateful to God. And the clarion call is still on nation building. How would you describe this progressive journey of 65 years, evaluating plans of government to promote unity among Nigerians, as well as foster a sense of national identity and shared citizenship, reflecting the all hands on deck theme?
Well, thank you. You've said it all. First, let me say happy independence to Nigerians once again. It's been a remarkable journey, a journey of 65 years. We've gone through a lot from independence to military dictatorships to political upheavals to socio-economic challenges, and we are here. After 65 years, I think Nigeria has a cause to celebrate. We have remained united, we've remained as one country, one indivisible unity, and the hope and the aspiration of everyone, as it is in the last stanza of the second stanza of our national anthem, is we are praying that at the end of the day we hand over to our children a banner without stain. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just 2 years plus on the saddle, and we have seen remarkably what has happened. I was just listening to the numbers read out by our correspondents. GDP is up to about 4.2%. Inflation is down. Macroeconomic stability has been achieved significantly. Food processing and food production is on the rise. Our economy is on an upscale swing. And like the president said, Nigeria has turned the corner, and we are seeing great light at the end of the tunnel. I think that the message is that all Nigerians need to come together, as the theme of the this year's National Day celebration, the Independence Day celebration, has stipulated: all hands on deck, irrespective of political, social, religious affiliation. Whatever you are thinking, whatever your interests are, the most important thing to think about now is the country. Nigeria is indeed our homeland. We have nowhere to go. We need to come together, and march towards the prosperity that Mr. President has promised us when he took office.
Beautiful. You talked about a banner without stain. That's very deep, and I'm sure many Nigerians are looking forward to that. But you tried to mention some of the economic gains. The current administration has actually championed various economic reforms, doing it without challenges. Could you elaborate on some of the progress that we've made so far in terms of economic growth, development, and measures being taken to ensure that the benefits of economic reforms reach all segments of the society?
Recall that in May of 2023, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took office, 27 states out of about 36, excluding the FCT, states in this country are unable to pay salaries, about 27 of them. Today, that is no longer the case. It was impossible to grow an economy where we have a situation that 97% of our earnings going to the service of debts. I mean, just liken that to a family where 97% of whatever is coming to the family is being spent, servicing debts. Now, the president, 2 years on, is so remarkable. Almost all the states, we listened to one of the governors in the last 2 days saying that there is no governor now that cannot pay salaries. There is no governor now that cannot even fight insecurity minimally within his states. There is no governor that cannot embark on massive infrastructural development in his states. Now, we have seen that between 2023 and now, not just the federal government, even the subnationals, have seen their revenues, almost tripled in some cases. The president was just telling us now that for the first time in a long time, we're having the GDP to GDP ratio, going up, inflation coming down. In the last 3 years, we've never had this kind of situation. I think that Nigerians have a cause to celebrate. I think that Nigerians need to come together once again. I think Nigerians need to really be optimistic about the future of this country. The removal of fuel subsidy, that freed up resources, creating enough fiscal headroom for the states and the federal government to have enough resources to embark on infrastructure. Almost every part of this country, we were just in Imo State with the president yesterday, and we saw what the governor is doing there. We've seen what other governors have done in their states. We've seen an upscale in agricultural production in many of the states that are focusing on that. We've seen massive infrastructural developments happening. This cannot be done if we didn't free up these resources. And we're hopeful that by the January of this year, when the new tax regime comes into play, the revenues will improve, and then the lives of the ordinary citizens will also see an upward.
Of course, Nigerians are optimistic and looking forward to that. Away from the economy, we want to talk security. Globally, insecurity has become a challenge, and Nigeria is not an exception. What steps are being taken to improve security in all parts of the country?
Well, you have seen that. We've seen the new numbers from the security agencies released recently. Only about a month ago, 2 of the most wanted terrorists in this country, the affiliates of ISWAP in Nigeria, in West Africa, were apprehended by our security forces, largely through the intelligence gathering, intelligence sharing, and the cooperation between the security agencies that we have witnessed. In the past, it's almost difficult for you to move from one part of it. From Abuja to Kaduna here became almost a challenge. Now no one asks questions again. It's easy to just of these things, but we have seen significant increase in improvement in our security. Of course, we are not yet there. It's not yet El Dorado. It's still work in progress, and Mr. President has promised, buying new platforms for the military and for Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Army. Almost everything that they require is being provided for by the President of this country through the Federal Council and with the approval also of the National Assembly. I think that we are seeing significant improvement in the security of lives and property in this country, and this we hope will continue to improve.
All right, many thanks, Honorable Minister. Because of time, would have to let you go, but I cannot let you go without talking about accountability, in all of this, and it's actually key in governance. How would you say that the government is trying to ensure that there's transparency and accountability in every sector of the economy?
Well, my presence here is also an indication of that. I mean, Mr. President has said this is a government for the people. Whatever we do, we are doing on behalf of the citizens of Nigeria that gave this mandate in the first place. There is no time that the President does not share information of what the government is doing. You can see that we have periodic ministerial press briefings. You see that all the ministers, heads of agencies are appearing on media platforms to ensure that they tell Nigerians what they want, and we have a very vibrant media setup in this country who are asking questions every day, who are being critical. Sometimes being very hard, but government feels that democracy cannot thrive without this kind of criticism from the media. So accountability, yes, is key. The anti-corruption agencies are up and doing. They don't have any political affiliation, so to say. The ICPC, the EFCC are all operating independently. Everyone has the right to know. The freedom of information is also there. So yes, there is accountability. Everyone is free to find out what he what his representative is doing, either as governor, or as president, or as local government chairman, or as senator, or as member of House of Representatives. So I think that Nigerians are there's a new swing in trying to find out from Nigerians what their representatives are doing. I think this is good for democracy. It's a march in the right direction, and we'll continue in that regard.
Many thanks, Honorable Minister. It's indeed a great pleasure and an honor to have you with us on News Extra tonight. The Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, giving us insight on the efforts by the administration to make lives better for Nigerians. Many thanks, Honorable Minister, and we look forward to having you some other time, and hopefully in our 66th anniversary we'll have you again, and sure there will be more gains.
Absolutely so.
All right,
Thank
many
you so
thanks,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
All right, still on the news and more on the nation's independence. Citizens are in high spirit and optimistic of a greater Nigeria of their dream, in line with the vision of the present administration. Annie Daniels compiled reports and activities from states across Nigeria commemorating the nation's 65th independence anniversary.
Musa Toliat in Lagos reports that the Lagos State House of Assembly during plenary adopted a motion to commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his commitment and dedication to the ideals of a better Nigeria.
He took up the challenge. Today, Nigeria is gaining more global attention. Our economy is stabilizing. Ajobola
Christopher says Kogi State is celebrating Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. Wife of the Deputy Governor, Margaret Oyibo, emphasized the need for Nigerians to reflect on the nation's vision of peace, progress and prosperity.
On this Independence Day, I call on every woman in Kogi State to rise with renewed hope in Nigeria, to contribute her quota and to uphold the value of unity.
And Caleb Obonna reports that Governor Francis Winfrey is sure to evolve in tandem with the aspirations of the people as the economic policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu enabled states to activate its peculiar factors of development, evidenced by the giant strides in Ebonyi State in various sectors of the economy.
Investing in the mind of our children is the surest path to lasting development. We have expanded opportunities for higher learning.
The survival and progress of Nigeria depends on the collective efforts of both leaders and citizens. Abdullahi Mustafa in Kano says this was the assertion of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf after reviewing a special parade in Kano to commemorate Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary.
The responsibility now rests upon all of us, the present generation, to build upon their sacrifices.
Commando Collier reports that 1st of October is usually a day for stock taking in the journey of Nigeria, and residents of Umuahia expressed delight on the journey so far.
Forget that this nation fought a civil war that lasted almost 3 years, and after the civil war it remained one nation.
We've had several coups, political instabilities, but still we are still working strong as one country.
In Abuja, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
Similarly, on the occasion of Nigeria's 65th independence, citizens are being urged to rally round the renewed hope agenda for political stability, social harmony and economic prosperity of Nigeria and Nigerians. Elizabeth Fomori is here with good wishes and congratulations from the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and other well-meaning Nigerians.
President of the Senate, in his congratulatory message to Nigerians, says the country is moving in the right direction, with President Bola Tinubu's reforms yielding positive results, and appeals for patience for shared progress. Similarly, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, whose 60th birthday coincides with the independence celebration, assures Nigerians that the years ahead hold a promise of greater unity, prosperity for all. And the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, in his independence message, says all hands must be on deck to realize the Nigeria envisioned, which is a nation united in purpose. In the same vein, Director General of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Professor Abubakar Olanrewaju Sulaiman, enjoins Nigerians to believe in the Forward Nigeria project in order to build on the gains of nationhood. Meanwhile, the National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer, Auda NEPAD Nigeria, Jabiru Salisu Abdullahi, describes today as a reminder of Nigeria's resilience and collective responsibility to building a nation of peace, progress and prosperity. The Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrim Commission, Bishop Stephen Adegbite, congratulates Nigerians and expresses optimism that Nigeria will never know a better yesterday. Rather, the best is yet to come. Similarly, the Emir of Fika and Chairman Yobe State Council of Traditional Rulers, Dr. Muhammad Ibn Abali Muhammad Idrissa, extends his warmest congratulations to Nigerians and encourages all to work towards a common goal for a greater nation. Still on congratulatory messages, the Director General of the Energy Commission of Nigeria, Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi, says the solarization project of the present administration remains the most ambitious project by any government since independence to electrify communities in Nigeria. And the United States, in a statement through the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, praises Nigeria's enduring resilience and leadership over the past 6 decades. Elder statesman King Alfred Diete Spieth says the nation can still stand tall, especially with the renewed hope agenda of the present administration. As Nigeria marks its 65th independence anniversary, the National Orientation Agency enjoins Nigerians to embrace a renewed sense of responsibility, patriotism and value-driven citizenship that reflect the ideals upon which the country was founded. In Abuja, Elizabeth Omori, Nta News.
In the same vein, Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, urges Nigerians to contribute to building a better country. Referencing John F. Kennedy's quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." End of quote. She emphasizes the need for collective effort, saying, "Are you a parasite or an oasis in a desert?" She congratulates Nigerians on the 65th independence anniversary and prays for a prosperous nation. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Air Force stepped off the parade ground and onto the fairway, uniting in a different kind of formation for the celebration of the country's 65th independence anniversary. The event blends discipline, camaraderie and sport. The fence correspondent Olajide Bello captured the moment.
Away from intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions, armed recce and this control stick, it was time to hold a golf club. The tee-off symbolizing a fresh drive towards progress and renewed national purpose, aligning with Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary as a pivotal moment to chart a stronger, unified future. As golf teaches patience, focus and strategy, just like the military, the day is about celebrating Nigeria, not just swinging clubs, but hope for the next generation.
GJ has made history today, being the first club in the history of Nigeria to bring the brand of culture into golfing community, which is commendable. For me, their team today is a message that we must love our country.
One of the things the government is pushing is local content. And we decided, and because of that, we thought it wise to showcase our local fabric. And that is why the theme, swinging in the depths of Nigeria's cultural heritage.
At 65, Nigeria's armed forces has proven that national pride isn't just carried in arms, but also in fellowship, sport, and in the quiet moments between swings. Olajide Bello, Nta News.
This is News Extra. Time for a break. Please stay with us.
Her Excellency Hajia Dr. Asmau Inouye, First Lady of Gombe State, joyfully welcomes Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ahead of her official visit to Gombe State. While in Gombe, Her Excellency will launch our chapter of Flow with Confidence for our adolescent girls, present dignity kits, empower our elders, as well as commission other landmark projects in the health sector. Indeed, Mama Remi Tinubu brings hope, love and progress. You are most welcome to the jewel in the savannah as our people continue to reap the dividends of your programs. Signed, Dr. Asmau Inouye, First Lady, Gombe State.
Congratulations to Ian Zazo and Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, on his 60th birthday, which coincides with Nigeria's Independence Day. His leadership, which is inclusive and impactful, has positively affected both his people and humanity. We'll pray for Allah's continued blessings and many more years for Speaker Abbas to further his work for the common good. Once again, congratulations, Allah Jazamani Ian Zazo. Announcer, Honorable Makki Abubakar Yeliman, Chairman, House Committee on Police Affairs.
On the 1st of October 1960, the British flag was lowered and Nigeria's flag hoisted. The electrifying atmosphere signaled the takeoff as an independent nation. Today, we pay tribute to our courageous and patriotic freedom fighters who rose above ethnicity, religion, political and tribal sentiments to break the shackles of colonialism in Nigeria. As we celebrate our 65th independence anniversary, we appreciate the effort of our former leaders while commending His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR for sustaining Nigeria's unity and for ensuring a consistent progress in all facets of our economy. While they see our over 250 ethnic groups, the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria see one indivisible entity because our strength is in our diversity. Congratulations, Nigeria. This message is powered by Dr. Musa Muhammad, National President, Region.
Uproad Super! Happy 65th Independence Celebration, Nigeria. As we celebrate the resilience of our people and history, AC Drugs Limited stands with Nigerians to celebrate their health and well-being. We strongly advise healthcare professionals, distributors and patients to purchase AC Drugs Limited medicines from only authorized distributors. Cross-check a product's NAFDAC number and verify packaging authenticity. Report any suspected falsified or substandard products immediately to NAFDAC. At AC Drugs Limited, our top priority is working with NAFDAC, healthcare providers and law enforcement agents to protect public health and maintain the integrity of our registered products. AC Drugs Limited, dedicated to pharmaceutical excellence.
Remember where you come from.
The celebrations galore as Government Secondary School Owerri celebrates our 90th year anniversary and 2025 annual reunion. Come join us as we celebrate 90 years of pride, 90 years of glory, 90 years of shining bright. Government Secondary School Owerri, where leaders are shaped and futures solidly built with a strong historical foundation. From the 2nd to the 5th of October 2025, Government Secondary School Owerri, a legacy of excellence, will also feature the induction into our Hall of Fame of great Nigerians and products of Government Secondary School Owerri, like Engineer Augustine Alaride, class of 1948, Elder Felix Ohiwere, class of 1951, His Majesty Igwe Nnemeka Alfred Achebe, Obiwa Fornisha, class of 1955, Julius Wosu, class of 1982, Francis Obioro Bikwelo, class of 1985. Keynote Speaker, Muhammad Abu Ibrahim, Executive Secretary, National Agriculture Development Fund. Government Secondary School Owerri, our great alma mater, always remembering where we came from.
Nigeria, our country, our pride, blessed with abundant oil and gas resources, yet under attack. Criminals are stealing our commonwealth, vandalizing oil and gas infrastructure and funding terrorism, banditry and kidnapping. It's destroying our environment, our economy and our future. But enough is enough. The National Security Advisor has launched Operation Skyline to track, stop and crush these economic saboteurs and their collaborators wherever they are. Let's stand together. Say no to crude oil theft. Say no to economic terrorism. Say yes to a safe, stronger Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Office of the National Security Advisor and sponsored by the Project Management Office and private security contractors of Operation Plug.
The game is changing, consumers are winning, businesses are serving, every consumer needs.
Yes, every business must play fair and deliver what they promise. Never promise the world and deliver a village. FCCPC, promoting choice, ensuring fairness.
Many thanks for staying with us. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated the rejuvenated National Arts Theatre Orile Igomu in Lagos just a few moments ago. And our correspondent, Amaka Owo, is right there to give us an update. Amaka, it's good to see you. What's the situation at the National?
Yeah, thanks. So I'm right inside the main bowl of the National Theatre, Igomu, Lagos, and I must tell you that there's no better way to celebrate the 65th anniversary of Nigeria's journey to sovereignty and nationhood than to witness the inauguration and the unveiling of the National Theatre, now named the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creativity. I must tell you, it witnessed the last turnout of dignitaries. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was here in company of the hierarchy of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and the hierarchy of the National Assembly, as well as dignified members of the Federal Executive Council. They were present here just a few minutes ago, where the President urged Nigerians to desist from painting the nation in bad light. Rather, they should be positive about the country. He urged Nigerians to lift Nigeria, to dream Nigeria, to be positive and confident about Nigeria. And earlier, the governor of the Apex Bank, Yemi Cardoso, also made his own speech where he also said that this is a dignified edifice that will foster creativity and also bring about revenue earnings for the creative sector. He said not approximately 68 billion naira was injected into this edifice, as you can see, which is top-notch. This speaks to the prioritizing of the creative sector by Mr. President. And the governor of the Apex Bank said this was in a strong partnership with private sector individuals from the deposit money banks and other partnerships which. And this was conceived for the first time in the year 2020, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it had some little setback. It commenced in the year 2021, and what we have here now is a iconic structure befitting the nation Nigeria as one of the largest economy in Africa. And so you know, the interesting thing about the architectural piece of this structure is that it was designed to look like the cap of a military general. And so naming it after the Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka was done in July 2024 by Mr. President to commemorate his 90th birthday. And of course, you know how Professor Wole Soyinka was also in this hall, and he really thanked those who conceived this idea, and noting that this also speaks to his contribution to as a literal giant, not just in Nigeria, but the entire world. I must tell you that this is a wake-up call for all youths across Nigeria, that it's time for them to leverage the potential of the National Theatre and the benefits it will bring in driving revenue for the creative sector.
All right, many thanks, Maka, for the update. Indeed, the pictures of the Wole Soyinka Arts Theatre looks very good, and I look forward to visiting soon to see for myself. Many thanks once again, Amaka. Let's move on to other stories now. As Nigeria marks her 65th independence anniversary, a message of hope was the central focus of the Shepherd Superintendent Household of God Church, Reverend Chris Okotie. Diana Adela reports that members and guests turned out en masse at a special service in celebration of Nigeria.
This excitement by members of Household of God Church is a reflection that Nigeria has come to stay. To them, 65 years of independence as a nation is worth celebrating. Shepherd Superintendent, Household of God Church, Reverend Chris Okotie, who took his message from the book of Matthew 14, dwelt on God's miracle, stating that Nigerians have many reasons to be hopeful.
At 65, we stand on the terra firma of faith and hope in God. And in the teeth of 1,000 contradictions, we'll continue to march forward with resilience and tenacity towards El Dorado, chanting slogans of patriotism and national jingoism, so that the people will know that Nigeria is strong, Nigeria is bold, Nigeria is resilient. Happy anniversary to everybody.
More captivating at the service was members of the church projecting the rich and diverse cultures of Nigeria as they appeared in their traditional attires.
And I'm proud to be a Nigerian.
If you recall, my church is one of the places that we sing the national anthem. And we are invigorated in hope. We believe in the potentials of Nigeria.
There was no dull moment as Reverend Chris Okotie, in his characteristic manner, took the congregation through praise and worship. Gospel artist Mandy Brown Ojubana also spiced up the service with her unique performance.
65 is just the beginning of all greater things to come, and I'm just thankful and grateful to be alive in a century where Nigeria and Nigerians are continuing to be celebrated in industry, technology and music.
As individuals, religious bodies and organizations celebrate, it is hoped that lessons learned will continue to resonate in worshippers. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
It's all about the nation's independence tonight, as Nigeria's journey to nationhood is seen to have a strong foundation for growth and development, driven by the numerous natural resources, strategic location and initiatives of government to harness them. Nta Newtrok, the 10th of Eleme Kingdom in Rivers State, King Apollos II, commends Nigerians on their resilience and applauds President Tinubu for consolidating on efforts of past leaders in maintaining the peace and unity of the nation while addressing challenges to move Nigeria forward. Ijoma Ugweke has all the details.
As Nigerians celebrate 65 years of nationhood with the theme Nigeria at 65, all hands on deck for a greater nation, Onenchia the 10th of Eleme Kingdom, King Apollos II, is joining the government and its citizens to mark this important milestone in Nigeria's journey. He remarked on the importance of unity and peace in Nigeria.
I also appreciate Mr. President and all previous presidents who have served this country, that we appreciate your quota. You may not be there, where we will not meet all the expectations of Nigeria, but you have done your own bit. And then we'll continue to wish the President administration and the President National Assembly that they can do God in God-given strength to focus and do what they are needful for Nigeria, so that Nigeria's economy and Nigeria as a nation.
The theme aligns with the reality of the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu. King Chu is optimistic that his policies and programs will continue to address the challenges of unemployment and eradicate poverty while providing enabling environment to attract local and foreign investors, creating a more robust economic opportunities in key sectors, especially healthcare, agriculture and industrial development.
100 years or 200 years, Nigeria will be a paradise. Yes, there are other setbacks. We have seen wonderful Nigerians who are doing wonderfully well, who are contributing in the development and the success of this our great nation. We wish those ones to continue to do their best as they are doing.
King Apollos II urged Nigerians to continue to show patriotism and resilience in the face of any adversity, with individuals and communities working to build a better future. From Eleme, Ijomu Gweke, NTA News.
And of course, as Nigeria marks its 65th independence anniversary today, residents of Ilorin, whose birthdays coincide with this day, have expressed optimism for the nation's future. They urge fellow Nigerians to remain patriotic and keep hope alive. The October 1st born Nigerians who turned various ages today say they are elated to share their special day with the country's independence anniversary. Let's listen to this report done by Mutiat Olushola.
Today marks 65 years down memory lane since Nigeria gained her independence. But for some residents, October 1st holds an even more personal significance as it is also the day they were born. For these Nigerians, sharing their birthday with the nation's independence anniversary is a source of pride and a constant reminder of their duty to remain patriotic.
Anytime I remembered I was born on this day, I feel so happy. Today I'm marking my 50th birthday.
I feel honored to share a birth date with the country of our own, which happens to be our dear country, Nigeria.
As a citizen, being born on October 1st, though not the same year with Nigeria, it always gives me a great feeling.
These celebrants are calling on fellow citizens to stay focused and committed to Nigeria's growth and development. They urge Nigerians to be good ambassadors of the nation, both at home and abroad, through their actions and values. Praying for many more blissful years ahead, the October-born Nigerians wish the nation continued peace, unity and progress, expressing the hope that the nation witnesses many more prosperous independence anniversary in the future. Mutiat Olushola, NTA News.
And toward the news, President Bola Tinubu has categorically dismissed the rumor in some quarters about religious intolerance, declaring that there is no religious persecution in Nigeria. The president made a declaration in Owerri at the presentation of a book written by Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma. State House correspondent Musbao Danwahab reports.
Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Uzodinma of Imo State, called obviously that the governors answered with the array of politicians here to receive a leader of the country. And the second visit of the #1 citizen to the Eastern Heartland State again pulled out residents of Owerri to welcome the president as he headed for some of the recently completed infrastructural projects of Governor Hope Uzodinma. The Assumpta flyover bridge providing relief to road users at the strategic junction after years of deterioration, and the Owerri Mbise Umahia Road were inaugurated. And then to the Emmanuel Iwanyang Conference Center, a 10,000 capacity edifice delivered by the Uzodinma administration. The facility was put to use immediately. Here, it was seemingly a national meeting of Nigerian sector's representatives. Apart from the leadership of the National Assembly, state governors, traditional rulers from across the country, as well as religious leaders were present for the presentation of a book written by Uzodinma.
The book is a decade of impactful progressive governance in Nigeria, 10 years of APC in governance. May God show us the next 10, 100, and 1,000 years.
The author set out to articulate, chronicle, and document the impact of progressive governance in Nigeria as delivered by the All Progressives Party in the last decade.
The 373-page book of 10 chapters highlights the journey before its approach to governance as well as landmark achievements since 2015 and the efforts of the party's national leader all along were well pronounced.
Long before he became the president, his ideas and his persistence shaped the progressive family. Many of the reforms we now take for granted had their roots in his insistence that Nigeria must do things differently.
10 years, we are moving forward. Mr. President, if I say you are doing well, they will say, it's rubber stamping what the president is doing. But others are saying it, and they are not politicians.
And if we're going
President Bola Tinubu commended the governor for his efforts to document the first 10 years of progressive governance in Nigeria started by the late former president Muhammadu Buhari, as he asserted that the next decade promises to be more impactful. He pointed to the indications, including the economic growth by 4.23%, the declining inflation, improvements in external reserve, manufacturing, and trade surplus growth, among others.
Every aspect of the pain in our economy is because of the future. And I am giving you that confidence that right now, this economy will work for you. Not for the smugglers, not for the corrupt people. The coming decade will be an era of renewal. Nigeria is changing for better. You will get the benefit.
And in the spirit of the independence anniversary, the president says Nigerians remain united, advising those speaking ill of a country to stop.
They lie all over the place that we have religious persecution and differences. No. We are more developed, civilized, and well-educated. Yes, we learn English, but we teach English too. Our Muslim brothers and sisters and Christian brothers and sisters and fathers are helping us to build a nation. We are united. No religious persecution in Nigeria is a lie from the pit of hell.
The president has since returned to Lagos. Musbah then Wahab, Nta News.
And away from Imo State, Mogunu was once the face of destruction, ravaged by the heavy hands of insurgency. Homes were deserted, farmlands abandoned, and infrastructure reduced to ruins. But today, the story is changing as the town rises again with courage and determination. Pauline Kujevana takes you to Mogunu local government area of Borno State, where government and security agencies are working tirelessly to restore communities and livelihoods, unveiling a story of hope and resilience in this once troubled area.
For more than a decade, Mongono bore the scares of displacement, destruction of property and loss of lives. However, with the courage of the Nigerian military and other security forces, the town is bouncing back. Farmlands are now accessible, herders move without fear, and commercial activities are gradually thriving. In support of this recovery, federal and state governments have restored dilapidated structures, constructed new state-of-the-art facilities, and initiated projects that signal a return to normalcy.
Mongono, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, you can't even come here. When we were to site the Federal Polytechnic in Mongono, even the army could not, accompany some of us. But you can see now, without fear, everybody is moving about his normal business. I must commend the Nigerian army.
Amidst these feats, security agencies are urging residents to strengthen this progress by providing timely intelligence to help sustain the peace in the area.
We thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Wagana Barazilim, CONM and FNSC. He made a lot of efforts to restore peace in our locality. And also we thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We have only one eye hospital before and one dental hospital and one college of nursing in the whole of the state. Now he constructs a new dental and eye hospital and the college of nursing in Mongono, also an edit in Goza.
What I did to improve the security situation within Mongolia
was to make sure, yes, there is a constant patrol. But within the town, I introduced night and day patrols within the town. Likewise, in the various routes we have from Mungunu to Marte.
As Mongono continues on its path to recovery, the farming community is filled with hope.
We get plenty security in that side. Even our business is going well, alhamdulillah, we thank God.
Business is moving, is going smoothly. Likewise, farming.
The town and businesses are springing back to life as the people look beyond fear, rather embracing a new beginning amidst appreciable peace being enjoyed in the community. From Mongono, the headquarters of Mongono local government area, Pauline Kujeva, Nta News.
Many thanks, Pauline, for bringing that community to light. Let's take another break. Please, don't go anywhere.
Beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
The National Judicial Council verification of retired judicial officers and judiciary staff. The pensioners of the Federal Judiciary are hereby notified that the National Judicial Council will be conducting 2025 physical verification exercise of the pensioners on its payroll in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to update its records. The officers to be verified are 1. All retired federal judicial officers. 2. All retired state judicial officers. 3. Retired staff of the Federal Judiciary under the Defined Benefit Scheme whose pension is domiciled with the National Judicial Council. 4. Retired staff of the State Judiciary with federal share of pension whose pension is domiciled with the National Judicial Council. The physical exercise will be conducted at the State Judiciary Headquarters, High Court of Justice from the 6th to the 28th of October 2025. See National Dailies for more details. For the online verification, please log on to website www.njcpensionverify.ng. For further inquiries, please call 080-3302-0435, 080-3786-8730.
My morning now when they break, oh yeah. Me I know they shake, no matter the condition. I fit no carry first, but I know they carry last. Oba no they go transfer. Today na my day, and I go day okay. Cause hope for my chest, like bulletproof vest. Today na my day, and I go day okay. Until it reach my turn, the fire go dey burn. Naija go sweet oh. The fire go dey burn no burn.
This message is from Hope Alive Initiative, a group that is committed to the well-being of the citizenry through advocacy for good governance and progressive ideals. Hope Alive Initiative, for the greater good of all.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull rice, tasty rice, nourished you.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I get the school fees. You too much.
Na money point oh.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as your banker. Progress na small win where they carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mogo Bible.
Victor, even you they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Every day, Nigerians are pushing forward. We may live different lives, in different places, but we share the same hope. That progress isn't just promise, it's felt. Reforms shape how we learn, how we earn, and how we live. NES 31, the Reform Imperative, building a prosperous and inclusive Nigeria by 2030. This October, let us come together to shape the future, because the tomorrow we want starts with the actions we take today. Join us from October 6th to 8th, 2025 to register. Visit nesgroup.org/31.
Glad to have you back. For days, Nigerians feared another round of fuel scarcity following a nationwide strike by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, over the alleged dismissal of some workers at Dangote Refinery. That anxiety has now eased as the federal government stepped in to broker peace between the Oil and Gas Union and the Dangote Group. Joseph Otsen reports.
There have been days of intense and long hours of dialogue between the federal government, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, and the Dangote Group. The talks were aimed at ending the nationwide strike embarked upon by the oil and gas workers over alleged dismissal of about 800 staff of Dangote Refinery for deciding to join the workers' union.
That is the only issue we are on, and apart from that, nothing else. We have no issue, no any other issue. I think we have made a lot of progress.
We need to have workers going back to work. We need to have the gas flowing. We need to have crude flowing as inputs into production, which is where the economy is arrived at right now.
After robust engagement, a communique issued at the last meeting that took place at the office of the National Security Advisor states that Dangote Group agreed to absorb the disengaged staff into other companies within the group without any loss of pay.
You fight all.
Even as PENGASN says it wanted complete reinstatement, it had to make do with a resolution in respect of government efforts and interests of the nation.
That we will go ahead to prove to the government that we are not rabble-rousers, that we are people that are extremely patriotic, that even with all these misgivings, that we will go ahead to suspend the industrial action that we started on Sunday, 28th day of September 2025.
Both the federal government and PENGASN are expected to monitor the process to ensure that no worker is victimized. In Abuja, Joseph Otsen, NTA News.
Elsewhere, the Nigerian Railway Corporation has successfully conveyed passengers to and from Abuja and Kaduna on its first day of resumed operations. Transport correspondent Ladi Bala was among the passengers on board the train and now brings us highlights of the trip.
Thank God that the train has resumed work today. We are very much grateful.
It has been an answer prayer because I've actually been praying that God, let there be a special gift on this day for this train to work.
On arrival at the Idu train station, I was greeted by the friendly customer care team with a warm smile and sweet treats. The first train ride after the derailment of August 26, 2025 left Idu station at 8:45 a.m. with 552 passengers on board the 7 coaches.
The large turnout of passengers on the first day of resumption speaks volumes about Nigerians. They appeared comfortably seated and in high spirits, interacting with one another and networking, a situation that only train travel can offer.
I'm very elated to see that, the trauma of this unfortunate derailment of the train did not deter, people from coming out to, make use of the train.
I actually want to appreciate the management and then the Nigerian government. They actually did a very good job in bringing back the train in just less than a month, and then the train is back. I'm actually very happy.
And I'm also very happy that it just fell on Independence Day. So to me, it's a sign that Nigeria is moving forward. There's hope and progress for Nigeria.
The MD, Nigeria, who was on the train, speaks on some of the effort to upgrade rail services.
And the in-train service experience, the catering, the social media, the internet availability, the multimedia systems, those things that makes people feel comfortable and relaxed. So by the time they get down, they look fresh and the same. We have gone beyond what you see today.
Train transportation tops the preference scale for many Nigerians, and ensuring the sustainability of effective service is imperative. In Abuja, Ladibala, NTA News.
Let's now join Benny Adams for Business Update. Benny.
Thank you. We start by telling you that the strength of a nation's currency is a major determinant of economic growth. The effort of the current administration in economic recovery is being acknowledged as value of the naira appreciates on international markets. The 65th independence anniversary provides an ample opportunity to examine a brief evolution of Nigeria's legal tender, the naira. Amaka Uwo takes us down memory lane.
Before attaining independence, Nigeria was often referred to as an entity made up of various ethnic groups with their own system of government. They were said to engage in various forms of trade, such as the famous Granite Pyramid of Kano. All these commercial activities were fostered by components recognized as the medium of exchange. Information from the Apex Bank shows that the first set of banknotes were issued by the West African Currency Board from 1912 to 1959. From the pre-colonial era up until years later, the currency of a colonialist were in use. Nigeria's legal tender, the naira, is said to be a component of history and the practical evidence of the country's journey from nationhood to becoming a sovereign state in the last 65 years. What's of major concern to many is that some of the lower denominations of the naira notes and coins have become scarce and are almost out of circulation.
Sad that we don't see kobo anymore. My children don't even know how kobo looks like, but luckily when we went to the museum, they were able to see kobo. You know, gone were the days when we could buy lollipop for 50 kobo.
Gabriel Idahosa is a renowned economist. He provides insights on the naira introduced in 1973.
Before we changed to the naira, which at that time was the same value as the pound. It just was change of name. But over time, the exchange rate started to change, and the fact that at some point we discovered oil, and because of the enormous wealth that oil produced, the naira then was a very strong currency.
Over the years, the nation's legal tender has had adjustments, modifications made to its physical look, and denominations introduced by successive governments, with the most recent changes made in 2022. Strengthening the naira has been the major objective of the present administration, as evident in the stable current exchange rates, which has seen the naira appreciate significantly. In Lagos, Amaka Owo, NTA News.
Now from the naira, let's talk about the dollar. The U.S. federal government is currently in a shutdown as of today, October 1st, 2025, after Congress failed to pass a funding bill before the fiscal year deadline of midnight on September 30th. Hundreds of thousands of federal employees are being sent home without pay, while many essential workers, including military service members, air traffic controllers, and certain law enforcement officers, are required to work without pay until the shutdown ends. The issue is a partisan clash over healthcare funding, and as of this moment, there is no sign of immediate movement from either side, making the duration of the shutdown unclear. Robert Konzo of the Wealth Alliance advises on best investments to consider at such time.
Let's take some buys of stocks. Let's get some tax losses. So that's what we're advocating people to do, not to try to predict, is this going to be a 2-week, a 1-week, a 35-day? I think that's just too hard, and the way to go is also too hard to go off of.
Well, Rob says we should invest in the stock market, and that takes us to the Nigerian equities market, which ended September in green. Today being Independence Day and public holiday, the market is in recess, but promising a green upward trend as seen in the market over the previous 3 trading sessions, leading to investors cashing out 465.88 billion naira on the last day of trading. The Johannesburg Stock Exchange Top 40 Index finished the day up, posting a solid gain of 0.59%, with all-share index value closing at 101,651.60 basis points. The Tunisia Index started October in red, trading around 12,421 points, with a slight day-on-day decrease of minus 3.84 points to close at 0.14%. That is it on business at this time. But News Extra continues after this break. Do stay with us.
Guys, food is ready.
Cook to impress. Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids. Milo 3-in-1 is such a smart choice. Milo, energy to go further.
From Nestle.
The world needs moms. With a splash of golden Terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra oil, pour pure love.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer o.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma-oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma-oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Food, no worries.
Every day, Nigerians are pushed. We may live different lives, in different places, but we share the same hope. That progress isn't just promise, it's felt. Reforms shape how we learn, how we earn, and how we live. NES 31, the Reform Imperative, building a prosperous and inclusive Nigeria by 2030. This October, let us come together to shape the future, because the tomorrow we want starts with the actions we take today. Join us from October 6th to 8th, 2025 to register. Visit nesgroup.org/31.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
Big day ahead.
Delicious Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Many thanks for remaining tuned. The latest on Ibaji boat mishap is that the people of Onugwa and other riverine communities in Ibaji local government area are most affected. Report from head Ida station of the National Inland Waterways Authority, Williams Isaac, says a boat conveying about 80 passengers, majorly farmers, capsized Tuesday, while about 40 of the travelers have been rescued. 36 of the passengers were confirmed dead. The station head says rescue efforts are still in progress as at the time of this report. Meanwhile, the Deputy Speaker, Kogi State House of Assembly, Comfort Igwaba, says the state governor has directed all relevant agencies to swing into action on rescue operation, urging the people to adopt simple safety measures while traveling, as he prays God to grant the deceased eternal rest. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has condoled with the government and people of Kogi State over a tragic boat accident in Ibaji local government area. The incident claimed lives of traders traveling to Ilushi market in Edo State. Tinubu commends first responders and urges emergency teams to assist survivors and victims. He also calls on water transportation operators to prioritize safety over financial gains and prays for the peaceful repose of the departed and quick recovery of the injured. Now to more cheering news. Encomium filled the air as the general manager of Nta International, Oganya Simon, bows out after 35 years of outstanding service to the nation. A valedictory session was held in her honor by the NTA News Directorate. Francis Udojo captured the moment.
This gathering is usually for editorial board meetings, but it turned out to be an event to celebrate Simon Oganya, General Manager, Nta International.
A jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow.